doesn't have the best win rate. That is 14%. But still, how does this work, Wolf, with what they've drafted so far?
They're all in on early game team fights. They're all in the mid game. With this decision, RRQ is saying, we are gambling. We're putting our tournament on the line in the first 10 minutes of the game. If we don't end it as soon as possible, they will not be able to force the series to game number 5.
Any last thoughts here, Gideon?
Honestly, I'm sweating because I agree with Wolf. This is a bit of a gamble. I will say that Echo's overall draft is looking good. You can feel that Yawi is feeling it. As long as he blocks a couple of good hooks, it's kind of up to Vin, and hopefully he still doesn't have PTSD from M3, so we'll see how this is going to go.
Biggest thing here is, like you guys mentioned, that timer, right? 10 minutes here. At the same time, this is Cho in the hands of Yawi. We've seen incredible playmaking potential from that alone. And with Carl TZ picking up the Akai in the jungle, he's going to be just focusing on objectives. This could very well be the last chance here for RRQ. It's match point for Echo as we jump into game 4.
Iritho wins the laning matchup for sure. I mean, you want to... It is...
we didn't get to see whether the hook landed or not. Did he get the hook or not?
I don't know. We know for sure, though, that in the laning stages, RRQ Hoshi does have the advantage. Because of the fact that they have Iritho winning against the Cloud, it just naturally, and the Glue, of course, it's almost unbeatable in the laning stages. If they piggyback on that idea, like destroy Echo's timing with their early game spike, maybe RRQ has a chance to extend the game number 5.
Echo knows it.
Yeah, I mean, R7, there's nothing you can do. He's going to lose his battle spell here regardless, and arguably, I would say he's about to die as well. And there we go. R7 just greeting out to hit that level 2, ends up dying for it.
That's not how you want to start the game here for RRQ. I mean, you mentioned it, Gideon, baited into it, and still, I mean, at that point, you have Sanford, who again got the MVP previous game, same hero, now has an upper hand, but the kill going over to Sanji on this same hero, Farsa, is going to be deadly, but Benny Cutie.
Yep, Vin, he wants to land it. Oh, the hook doesn't connect. Benny Cutie is able to just sidestep it in time. The dive fails, they back away, and now the level 4s are rolling in.
R7 didn't respect the fact that Sanji rocks a flicker this time. That's why he was taken out. And minor mistakes coming up from RRQ. It's going to be... So, I guess the word that you use here is compound interest, right? That's what we have to take note if you're RRQ.
Yeah, now look at this situation, right? Because of that death, that does mean that R7 is not going to hit his level 4 in time. The early proxy is going to make sure that they have priority, and now that if they can get mid to push, that would be ideal. But let's see how the situation plays out, as now RRQ trying to get some kind of information, as Albert now being threatened by Sanford. He might actually die here. Albert's still alive. Glue ends up dying again. How did R7 die on the top side of the map? Sanji is able to pick him off.
Talk about Sanford and Sanji, the San duo, just making waves here for Echo. 2 minutes into the game, and this is a tough situation for RRQ already. I mean, yes, the gold lead isn't massive, but these minor decisions, these plays across the map are going to cause waves throughout the game.
Man, Sanford's maneuver, after winning the top lane, just because of the help of Sanji, he's able to get level 4 before the turtle fight, for the first turtle of the game. That allowed him to invade the purple buff and make a, put some influence, put some pressure in the laning stage of RRQ Hoshi.
Oh, and that's called TZ getting picked off immediately. Echo. Oh, wait. Oh, so very close, but here comes the Feather Airstrike. Flickering forward, he's guessing. Skylar is still alive. This could be a potential dive. Yawi, he wants it, he finds it, and gets the kick. Benny QT almost finishes him off. Yawi takes the kill, unfortunately. Vin finds the iron hook. Clay pulls him back, kicking back and forward, and Albert will secure the kill.
You see that? You can't get away, Yawi. We've got 2 pulls. He tries to run away, but also the highlight there is that Albert was able to pick up that kill. Big pickup here, Wolf.
So you saw that they were able to take out Carl TZ after what would likely be a snag coming out from Vin. Eventually, though, the dive, flicker in coming out from Sanji, forced Skylar to be very low, and then Yawi found the opening under the turret. Good thing though for RRQ, they have found some trades with Albert getting 2 kills.
Yep, and now they're going to be walking up. Echo looking to invade Albert, but they don't want to commit too much in this situation. Now, let's talk about the lane states, right? Because Vin, he's trying to make something happen. Oh, Clay,
Purify.
good Purify. Doesn't get kicked out of position.
Well, it's a good thing they have that. You were talking about the lane matchups here. I mean, this one specifically, Sanford's going to have the upper hand here. As we're seeing, I mean, R7's got to kind of make his way back from that deficit now in the early game. Again, Wolf, you called 10 minutes here, and it might turn out to be even less than that. But still, turtle up, RRQ in position.
Now Feathered Airstrike already being used super early on. They're just holding them hostage. They know that Sanford is ready to jump into the fight. Yawi finds the initial engagement onto Albert. He's in trouble, but Sanford in the back line making it tough. Martisi locks Albert down. He's finally dead, but now the rest of the team is here. R7 with the reinforcements. Yawi might be in some trouble, but finally it's going to be Sanford who ends up dying. R7 is able to secure his own kill onto Yawi, and Betty QT is on the run. Skylar doesn't want to be a part of this fight, but the Bound Mirror image is going to juke them out.
Wow, what a move coming out from Benikuti getting out of there. And even the fact that he threatened for a kill onto 3 of the members of RRQ HOSHI. It all started with a stack though.
Well, he's going to get pulled back. The Feathered Airstrike should be able... Oh, actually, there we go. Magic Worship going to do the last tick of damage.
Yeah, that burn does hurt, right? Able to secure the kill there of Sanji. That's 3 kills now for him.
Yeah.
Going to profit off that, build in. Let's take a look at the items, how this is playing out here, Wolf.
So at least a little bit of an advantage for the Karina, but with all the casual items like the Dreadnought Armor and the Molten Essence, there's no full item yet for the Karina. That's why they're not yet able to like actually teamfight with that. And then of course, Irithel, you need more items. Windtalker, eventually the second item will allow him to dish out the damage already. So that's the power spike that you're looking for RQ. Benikuti though, with 0 deaths and 2 assists, and the Avarice is now in a very comfortable spot. DHS, eventually Golden Staff. You can imagine his farming speed to go off the roofs when he gets that second item.
Okay, let's talk about, I mean, okay.
Whoa, Yawi! Oh, he almost finds the angle of the kick, but Skylar is able to get out of position in time, locked down with the Bloody Hunt. Yawi might be in some trouble here, but Call TZ looking locked down. Skylar, the Feather Airstrike is coming in through, but the Call Altar keeps him alive until he's gone. Betty QT now, with all the green lights, comes in, and it's pretty much done for the side of RRQ. They cannot survive this kind of aggression. What an execution from Echo.
Absolutely good chain of events for Echo as they utilize their lineup into its full potential. Yawi with the flicker, going in forward first. Surely he missed the way of the dragon, but that allowed Echo to get into position. Then goes Kautizi.
Oh no. Albert, he's in so much trouble, but he should be tanky enough to actually survive all the damage. It's getting close, and here comes Sanji. If he sees him, he might be dead with a Feather Airstrike, but on the top side, Kautizi all left all by himself, sacrificing his life for hire as Albert on his way to secure this turtle. What a move from RRQ!
Oh, wow. What a punish, indeed. You saw that there was a lot of focus in the bottom lane. They found the Vin!
He's gone. He's gone. Nothing to say about that. Well played. Great punish from Vin.
RRQ picking up wins where they can, and it also looks like a little miscommunication from Echo too. Yawi has the vision here. But still, RRQ finding now, it's the 2 turtles they've got. They've got a little bit of gold lead. They just have to figure out this Sanji problem. If they can get that, shut him down, that's going to be another big play for RRQ.
He's going to walk up. They don't realize that he's there because of the conceal. He throws up. Ooh, the hawk.
R7 though.
R7, he's pushing them out of position, but they're working as a team. This could be the turnaround now, but Kaltizi can't seem to find the angle just yet. They're going to focus on their jungle and back away.
Every bit is intense in this game because you're watching Vin. Maybe he lands a hook out of nowhere, right? We're all watching.
Bloody Hunt onto Call TZ already started off, and Yawi's looking for an angle as Sanford jumps into the back. Nobody can stop Sanji with his Feathered Airstrike except for the Call Altar. Skylar running for his slide battle mirror. Image takes it back. Sanford now left to die. Yawi can't help him out. Sanford is able to hop on over with the help of Sanji. R7 still on that chase. He's sick of it, but Yawi is able to stop the aggression.
I can't believe no one died from that exchange.
Like how?
So much back and forth and just masterful disengage from both teams there. But still, RQ holding on to this lead, they can play around with it, right? Still, if they can focus Sanji, if they can get a Bloody Hunt or a hook on him, they're going to profit massively, Wolf.
There was a lot of explosions in there, and he's surprised that nobody died. Bloody Hunt onto Cartesi, a prime target. You want to go onto it, but he survived afterwards. Then Benecutie finds some BMI after the fact that the Paramis ultimate was already down. Kill threat onto Irithel, but wasn't able to find it as well.
Oh, Yawi's looking for an angle, but again, Vinda doesn't punish him just yet, knowing that he has the Shunpo. However, the mid lane, we do see Sanford. He's getting himself out of there. Again, the aggression pushed back.
This match is electric. This particular game, everything is so close.
It's
you can
so
feel
high
it.
stakes.
The tension, not just in the stadium, but in the game as well. Now this Lord being worked on here, half health.
Oh, he hits Cartesi, and now Sanford has to save it. Feathered Airstrike as well, but R7 gets into the back line, forcing it out. They got Irithel. Sanford has done it. He's dealt the damage, and now RRQ are on the run. R7 is still in the middle of it, but a double kill coming in from Sanford is more than enough. Cartesi is trying his best with a Hurricane Dance. He's trying to push it, but heavy spin. It's too late. Benecutie in the middle of it gets 3 already. Sanford, a triple kill all by himself.
Maniac make it, and now Albert, the focus, gonna be able to survive, but his team is taken care of.
Sanford literally destroyed RQ in there. The zone out with the combo. This is why they first picked this Lapu Lapu. He won his laning stage. He was able to pressure Albert, and then in the most important team fight for Echo, the first Lord of the game, he was able to tag Albert, take him out with the bravest fighter, the combo, then gets a double. The kick from Yawi allowed Echo to take that Lord despite Cartesi being grabbed by that glue. The kick from Yawi displaced Albert, and this is a massive victory for Echo.
Right now, still Lord going to be on the bottom side. They're going to continue to get these turrets across the map, opening it up for themselves. Now they have the lead of 2K here. And at first I thought, you know, Sanford was going to say, hey, Sanji, you can get the MVP this game, but now they're competing for it. RRQ has to have an answer for this.
Yawi, he finds the kick onto Vin. They want to take 1 by 1. And unfortunately for Vin, there's nothing he can do about it. Nicely played by Echo. Good bait from Sanford as the outer turrets will fall, and Echo will slowly creep their way in towards those inhibitor turrets. No big ultimates as of yet. RRQ can actually defend this relatively well here, unless Skylar gets picked off. Cartesi gets pulled back, but he's too tanky to actually be punished for now. Albert, he's walking very close to the fire, but again, 1-0, all outer turrets are destroyed.
All right, so RRQ still in this game. It's 4K ahead for Echo, though. The time is up that you mentioned, Wolf. You said 10 minutes. I think Gideon agreed.
Yeah.
We're now at almost the 12-minute mark here. Is there any saving grace in terms of items or even macro play that RRQ can do to turn this game around here, Wolf?
Well, they can, well, it's just really the hook coming out from Vin if they find an opening, right? And I think that they are focusing on Cartesi so much. Surely it's great in the first few minutes of the game. Yeah, they can take out the Akai, but I think it came to a point where when you go on to Cartesi, there's a lot of like supports coming out from Echo. And when you try to take attack hero, you put a lot of resources into taking out Cartesi.
Did he just flicker?
Eventually get out damage.
Look,
and
let's just move on from that. We're just gonna let's look at Cartesi, man. He's looking good. He's looking good. Let's pretend that didn't happen.
Yeah, as you were saying.
Yeah, you were back to what you were saying. 85 seconds on Vin's flicker. Yeah, that was totally there for sure.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
All Wolf can say is, yeah, wow. All right. Goes back to the game. Yeah. Yes, that is a detrimental for this Lord fight. It's going to be up now in about 6 seconds here. Echo, great positioning as they get set up. You're going to have to keep an eye as well on Yawi. He's going to be looking for the right target. Skylar having a very tough game on this Irithel, even with that sprint. Clay trying to get some vision. And it's the same setup that we saw in the previous game, but this time it's just Yawi in that top side rush.
They're just waiting.
Can RRQ do this?
They're just waiting for this fight. I mean, Echo is baiting it out. They're going to reset top side. Yawi finds the kick on to Skylar once again. Call Altar. It's not going to be enough, but they have a spin. Will lock down Vin once more. It's just timed out, and now Clay is just left all by himself. Left in the hands of Benecutie with 2 down. That's a free Lord.
Yeah, we finding a big opening onto Skylar. I wonder how he got that, but RRQ wanted to bait out the Lord, and Echo just styling on them. It really looked easy for Yawi to do it.
I mean, that's just, at that point, you know, the positioning of Yawi there, he knew that the best angle for Skylar to come from was that top side, because you can just pop that sprint and kind of run around, hopefully to find a member of Echo, but it just didn't work out for them. Yawi sniffed it out. He knew exactly where to be, and they focused on Skylar. And again, this begs the question, is Irithil the weak link here in this lineup for RRQ, Wolf?
In the latter portions, I would say yes. You understand why they picked it up. It makes a lot of sense when they did, but they weren't moving as if they wanted Irithil to be successful.
Well, let's find out here at the very end as the inhibitors will fall. Feathered airstrike already down. Echo is going to take as much as possible. However, the mid as well as the top side have not collapsed at the same time. R7 is doing a very good job at keeping it alive, having a bit of a pillow fight with Call TZ. Nobody really winning there as mid lane
Yawi
now clash, but Yawi, does he find the angle? He finds the kick onto Vin. They're trying to collapse on it. The Bravest Warrior is already in, but Skylar slows them down with the Queen's Call. Heavy spin activated with the call. All-time the backline being attacked. Albert as well, trying his best. Feathered airstrike comes back off a cooldown, but he gets stunned up. He has to move away. Top side is already destroyed, and a 4v5 has been already down. Falls into the favor of Echo. Benny QT not even participating in this entire sequence of events, and this could be a potential kill if they find the CC. Oh, Carl TZ, you're just teasing. Yawi trying to go for it. Again, gets a kick onto Albert. And now the Blazing Duet activated. But he's still alive. Queen's Call trying to clear those waves as soon as possible. Sanford, deal with the Bravest Warrior again. We're seeing three ultimates. What's that? Now in trouble. Has to use the wings by wings to get on out of there. The Bravest Warrior is down. No more Sanford, and the defense complete.
You can't imagine to be the Skylar. Surely he died at the end, right? But it's difficult to play this Irithil. Fed by Yawi, fed by Sanford, fed by Call TZ. Everybody targets Skylar. Eventually, after 3 tries with Sanford's opening, they have found him. And Neko, with all of the resources they have so many ways to engage RRQ HOSHI. It looked really bleak for the Indonesian squad. They had to pull everything just to survive there.
Now, I mean, at that point, it looked grim. They held on, but at what cost? Again, back to the question, is this Irithil the weak link? And was there a better option here for a gold lane or a marksman pick? Because so far, it really has not been working out for RRQ.
I think regardless, the hardest part about this is that feathered airstrike coming in from Sanji. Like, it deals way too much damage. And unfortunately for Irithil, yes, you can be fast, go quick, or go home. But in this particular case, walking up is way too dangerous. And Yawi, I mean, what can you say? He just lands the kicks each time. He literally says, just hit it. And he's like, okay, sure.
How did he get his hands on the Cho again, right? I mean, that's another big question, because you talked about it. One feathered airstrike takes Skylar to basically half health, if not 1/4 at this point. So we're jumping back into the game here. Massive lead for Echo. Still looking to close this series out here. RRQ trying to hold on to keep this series going to Game 5, but at this point, it's looking bleak. Anything that sticks out here, Wolf, in terms of the items and how they can help here for RRQ?
I think the lack of the blade armor on Karina, they only have it on Vin. I think they need to against the Claw. That's the natural way to kind of counter it. While on the side of Echo, you have 2 blade armors on 2 frontliners, Kartis and Yawi. What this does is to really nullify Skylar even more. He's already scared about like the damage output and the initiations coming out from Echo, but even his unstoppable, uncontrollable damage that you take out from the Irithil is going to be a threat.
I think the biggest way they stay in this game is have another moment where they somehow get the Lord here.
Benny's there.
With the Truncheon! He's managed to survive for a little bit longer, allowing Sanford to actually turn this around onto Vin's head. They find the trade, it's not worth it, but Yawi still has a way in the track, and they can do something with this Call TZ in the middle of the fight. He's absorbing damage, and now pinning the R7 against the wall. He's trying to get on out of there, and immediately, this might have just turned.
They know where Benny is.
Oh, do they know where Benny is? No, he's going to recall out of there. He's going to be fine, but this buys a little bit more time for RRQ and Echo. They see what's going on. Now, because of the recalls, they're threatening the Lord. They've checked the brushes. They know nobody is there, and even Clay making sure that there is no angle for Yawi to get on in.
Look at Benny.
It's going to come down to a 50-50 here. Albert versus Carl TZ. No, they reset it. Sanford is threatening Clay. Whoa, okay, yo, Clay, you're getting too low. He's about to die, and Sanford flickers for it as the rest of the team looks to push on forward.
Oh, they're going to get pushed out of the base here. You saw Benny Cutie also pushing that mid lane. They have to respond, and this could, because of those decisions and Clay being down, Echo now in a position to take the Lord.
Way of the Dragon already onto R7, can split, saving him.
Oh.
No, the feathered airstrike from Sanji, able to take him out. Sanford is on fire. Albert locked against the wall. Occult Altar already popped. They're resetting the Lord just to get to the middle of this fight. Skylar, he's trying his best to dish out damage, but those blade armors are making a difference, and the Queen's Call isn't enough, and Sanford gets his ult again. Clay has to get on out of there. Ghostbusters ain't enough, and Sanford is going to slowly make his way forward. He takes on one, and now the end is nigh. Albert is still on the run. Can they do anything about this?
Oh no!
With so many minions on their side. Yowie is already down. Bullion already onto Benny Gucci, but Benny Gucci! Benny has done it! Wow. A game to make history. Once again, the Filipino dynasty goes on. The grand finals has been set. Echo loud, Echo proud. GG, well played.
The storm cannot be contained in this series, and a force to be reckoned with here. This Echo squad, definitely Echo loud, Echo proud. And it's a sad day for